Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, this is your Pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. I am the YouTube guru. I am extraordinaire of production. Guys, I want to talk to you about material goods. Today, what am I wearing? Patek 5196. And I've been thinking, I've been stuck in this COVID world here. And it really helps to set your mind free, to find the thing we're searching for, happiness, nirvana. Nirvana, that's what we want. We want to have happiness for our soul. And I've got to be totally honest with you, there. As I get older, you know, it's funny how things change. I may be the custodian of 6 identical Pateks, but I gotta tell you honestly, you know, things don't make you happy. I got 6 Patek Philippe. I remember as a kid, I always thought to myself, you know, if I had a Mercedes-Benz, if I had a BMW, if I had a fancy-wancy wristwatch, Rolex, and then Rolex wasn't good enough. Then if I thought, you know, if I had Patek Philippe, I'd have no problems. Any problem that came to me, I could deal with. And where am I now? I'm in my late 40s, just turned 48. 48, big boy. And, you know, I'm looking at happiness, what would make me happy. And obviously, a shitload of money goes a long way. Please PayPal a donation. PayPal ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. But the more I think about it, I start to realize, hang on a minute, it's not actually the hoarding and possessing of material goods that makes me happy. It's more the freedoms. And I got to be honest with you. If I had a choice now to inherit $1 million and remain in Australia, never leave the country, or if I had a choice of doing what I want with some money, what would I choose? And I got to be totally honest with you, man. $1 million when you're stuck in a nanny state like Brisbane, Australia, what can you do with it? And I thought, you know, what would I do? What would I really want to do? Okay, so say you had $1 million. You buy a fancy-wancy car, fancy-wancy house. Then what? I'm getting to an age where my younger kids are getting older. They'll be off my hands in 4 or 5 years' time. And I can start to look at retirement plans. And I'm thinking, what do I really want in life? Do I want a fancy-wancy wristwatch? Or do I want to actually go in? You know what I want to do? I want to live in another country. And I got to tell you, many years ago, I lived in Bangkok. I lived in Bangkok for about 2 years. I turned up in late 2002 and I left mid 2004, just under 2 years. And it's funny, even though, you know, I kind of, I had problems, I had ups and downs, I look back fondly at my time in that country. I look back fondly how different it was to Australia. It was a completely different atmosphere. I'd never lived in a huge city before, and it was a different experience. And if I did it again, I would do it very differently. I made rookie mistakes, and I think to myself, what would make me happy? You know, I tell you what, if I could stop paying bills, in Australia, that would make me pretty damn happy. If I had, you know, I'm not even talking about millions of dollars. I'm just talking if I had a bit of money. You know what? If I had freedom. Now, I've got responsibilities. I got my adult children. I've got the new children. I got payments. I got carpet, synthetic carpet inside the house I'm paying for. I've got furniture on, you know, rent to buy furniture. I have got wardrobe, and I did deducted aircon. I got a few bills. I got a few bills. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I got a few. But if I had freedom, I could do anything. What would I like to do? I'd like to go and live in another country. And I think to myself, where would I like to go? Hong Kong, Singapore? Well, Hong Kong, very hustle bustle, a little bit too close to China for my liking, and very expensive rental real estate. So probably not Hong Kong. Then you say, okay, Singapore would be amazing. In fact, I've tried to find a Singapore girlfriend who owns a HBD, so I don't have to pay rent. But hey, it's not that easy. Rent is also expensive in Singers, so probably not Singapore. So you start to look at low-cost countries. You start to think about, hey, how about Bangkok, Thailand, Pattaya, then you think of Vietnam. And I gotta tell you, I'd love to live in Asia. That's what I'd really love to do. If I had a choice now, I would love to just pack my stuff and go and live in... I'd love to go and live in Asia. I'd love to go to Bangkok, settle down, rent a little apartment. I do my YouTube. I do love work. I do love doing YouTube. I would do YouTube. I would YouTube. What else would I do? I'd love to, just have amazing girls, amazing times, go to the beach, go for a swim, amazing food, just great times. I look back at what really makes me happy. Is it 6 identical paddocks? 6 identical paddocks, do they make me happy? Yeah, they do. I love my Patek Philippe's, but I'd love to be planning an escape to Asia. That's what I'd like to do. I'd love to just rent a... What would I do? If I could do anything in my life, what would I do? If I could do anything in my life, what would I do? I tell you what, if I could do anything in my life, I'd like to plan my escape. I'd like to go to... Where would I go? I'd probably love to go to Bangers, because I know Bangkok very well. I love Japan. Japan is an amazing country. I love Japan. I'd love to try and throw my hand at finding a middle to upper middle class lady in either Japan or someone who I can sort of sponge off, instead of me being the spongee, I'd be the sponger. You know what I mean? That's always been a fantasy. It's always been a fantasy of mine to be a sponger instead of the spongee. I would love to. I gotta tell you, man, I would seriously love to I gotta be totally honest with you. I would seriously love to jump on a jet plane, have all my children and home issues sorted out. You know, the rates would be paid and rent, you know, all this sort of garbage would be taken care of. I'd love to jump on a jet. I'd love to go to Bangkok. I would love to set myself up. I would have a little studio apartment. That's all I need, a studio apartment with aircon. I would like to live there. I don't want to just be a tourist. I actually want to live there. That's what I really would like to do. I'd like to live in Bangers. I want to live in Bangers. And I'd like to find a really sexy, cute girlfriend to have intimate times with. I would like to, preferably with money, I'd like to try, you know, I kind of think me with all my positives, I've still got my hair, you know, Poobicide works, Poobicide. I got my hair, I've lost a bit of weight. I'd like to try and find a wealthy woman. I could be the sponger instead of the spongee. That's what I would really like to do, is be a sponger instead of a spongee. I would really like to... I have a little studio. I have a comfy bed, aircon. I'd have my computer set up. Yeah, would I get a desktop or a laptop? Probably a desktop. I'd like a nice desktop. I'd do the YouTube. I'd do the tubes. I'd like to go to Emporium for lunch. And Central Shitlom, go up to Food Loft. Central Shitlom Food Loft. I'd like a girlfriend with big breasts. Big breasts and a easy attitude. No hassle, no drama. No hassle, just, you know, hi Paul, how are you? How's it going? That's what I'd really love to have. And, you know, I just want to set myself up. Bit of money. Power. I don't need to be super minted. I just want enough money so that I could just live a little comfortable life, produce second and third rate content. You know, I look back on all my times in life, okay? When was I happy? Was I happiest when I had my brand new BMW? Not really. Was I happiest when I had a wife, investment property? This is marriage number one. Not really. Was I happy when I was living in Bangers? You betcha! You bet your bottom dollar I was happy. And I gotta tell you, seriously, experiences are more valuable than material goods. I remember, you know, just looking back on it, I remember going to the movies at night, carefree lifestyle. I had a beautiful girlfriend at the time. She was a little bit violent, that one. Next time, not so violent. Demon in the sack, mind you. Absolute demon. I look back at my time there and I didn't even have fancy wancy wristwatches. I remember I had a Cartier Santos quartz at one stage. I didn't even have much in wristwatches. I didn't have much. I didn't have much at all. But it was the great experience. I had some money coming in. I was living there, surviving. You know, there was many things I loved about living there, expat life. I loved it. I really loved my lifestyle. I had a great lifestyle over there. Great lifestyle. If I had the YouTube over there, man, I'd have a great time there. And preferably, I'd like to have a girlfriend. See, instead of going for a young hottie, I'd kind of go for a woman, 40 to 65 with money. That's ideally what I'd like. 40 to 65 with cash. Big cash. That's kind of, that's what I would do differently. I reckon instead of having a hot honey, I really want one who can, I can be the sponger instead of the spongy. Okay? Why do I need to pay for everything? So I look back, if I had a choice of a Patek chronograph, or I could go and live in Bangers for a year. Patek chronograph or living in Bangers for a year. See, I could live cheaper than a Patek chronograph. It wouldn't cost me that much. I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love to go. I want 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 to go now. I want to go now. I want to go now. I want to get out of Dodge. I'm not really happy here. The kids hate me. The Wi-Fi, always problems. Always bills coming in. Bills coming in. Bills coming in. Nanny state. We're in the nanny state of Queensland. Nanny, nanny, nanny. Dictator Dan. Nanny state Palachuk. I just want to be free, man. I'd like a woman 40 to 65, busty. Busty. I don't even care if she's even that attractive. Just busty and loaded. Well, busty and upper middle loaded, okay? Middle class is okay. More rich than me, okay? And I'd have the time of my life. Time of my life. Spend patio on the weekend. Hoo-a-han. Go down to Hoo-a-han for a couple days, man. That's what I want. I want to get out of Dodge. I want to get out of Dodge. Okay, guys. That's the video for today on the ArchieLuxury channel. Guys, watch it soon. You can watch this video on the ArchieLuxury channel. Guys, what fantasy? Material goods or experiences? Experiences every time. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you guys think of that. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from
Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.